Hey guys, Jonah here, and we're back with another Advent beer review. We're back from the tree, the epic tree, and it's day 21, which I think is the last one on this. Yes, it is. It is the last. What is this? The last window? Are they called window doors? What do you call your things on an Advent calendar? Boom. There we go. And this is 7Brothers Hoppy Pale. So I guess this is what would have been called a Session IPA, but they're calling it Hoppy Pale. So I heartily agree there. Let's see if we can focus. Got any important information on there? This thirst quenching session. Oh, it's a Session Pale Ale. Wow. Has some serious citrus hops, refreshing and then some. It says tropical wallop with an all-day percentage, which is 3.8%. So this is called a Hoppy Pale Ale. Other people would call this a Session IPA. They're calling it a Session Pale Ale. I mean, absolutely, it's getting ridiculous. All these just fake names for this nonsense. Just call it beer and let's be done with it. It's a beer. What have we got? We got some wheat in there too, which is cool. Liking that. Right, where is my glass? It's up here. But as usual with a lot of these beers, they're a bit taut. They're a bit tense when you do a bit of a can squeeze. So I always like to give it a pressure test. Just so it doesn't explode all over my trousers, which of course is not what you want. Or maybe you do want that, you pervert. I don't know. My viewers, ridiculous. Right, let's have a look. There is the lovely BierCompany glass. And we should, I think this is going to be quite a fizzy one, considering how tense it was. But we might get it all into the glass. It helps having a larger glass, you see. But no, that is ridiculous. Three fingers head in a 330. And look how big those bubbles are. That is going to disappear in a matter of seconds. So we might as well try and get some sort of picture with it while it's still like that. There we go. We'll try and remember to put that one up front. Let me see if I can work out. I'm pretty sure these guys are from, I was going to say they're from Scotland, but they're not. My God, Manchester, it says. Well, that is no way anywhere near Scotland, is it? Salford in Manchester. That's where those BBC people live. Naga Muncher and all those ones. The chili eater, the one who does the news in the morning. Yeah, look at that. Where has my head gone? It has vanished. Absolutely ridiculous. Slight haze, but still you can see movement through that glass, which is good. And I'm not 100% sure what the hops are in here. It said citrus hops, but that could mean different things to different people. I'm going to manage to get it all in. I mean, it is. There we go. I mean, that head will disappear. 100%. Is it just me, or is it my eyes? No, does not say at all. Boom. 7Brothers. Wow. 7Brothers, man. That's like an old school family. cheers and beers, guys. Let's see what we get from this Hoppy Pale Ale. Oh, that is actually quite nice. Quite refreshing, quite sharp up front. There is a bit of bitterness there, but it's not ridiculous. It's like bitter in a similar way to a kind of lager. So for a lager drinker, this would be a nice pale ale, a nice ale to convert a lager drinker from the wrongness, from the dark side, to the right way, to the Jedi that is ale. However, for someone that's drunk ale for 30 years, it's nothing extra special. There is a nice, like I say, there is a nice bitterness to it. There is a hoppiness to it as well. Pardon me. I will be hard pushed to pick out exactly what hop or group of hops have been used here. Not saying that that's a bad thing usually, but sometimes when beers don't say, it means they're using a lot of generic hops. So I imagine kind of a lot of citra's gone in here, for example. Doesn't say that, I'm just guessing. And then maybe they're using oil products or other kind of things as opposed to proper leaf hops. Oh, that said, it is really refreshing. I am actually liking this. And the fact that they're not trying to bullshit me by saying it's a Session IPA and that they're just saying it's a pale ale. Okay, they said it's a sessionable pale ale, which is fine because that's what pale ale should be, or bitters as we call them in the UK. Reasonably kind of watery. I mean, 3.8%, I think it was. There's still a little bit of kind of malt presence there, and a touch of residual sweetness. Nothing major, but enough to balance out that kind of initial kind of hot bite. And the finish is quite nice as well. Quite long. But alas, nothing unbelievably special. And I am pretty sure that I have seen, don't think I've reviewed this one before, but I'm pretty sure I have seen this very beer in the supermarket chain Tesco's in the UK. Now, if I had paid full price from the Advent of Doom, this small can would have cost me £5. £5. You can buy this in Tesco's, I believe, for £1.50. So, sorry, but when you're selling supermarket quality beers for like more than 3 times what their value is, you're taking the fucking piss. That's a that's a descriptive term, shall we say? I have found. I'm going to save my review of the Advent boxes as a whole until the end, until probably the week in between Christmas and New Year's. However, there have been so many session pales or session IPAs in 330 milliliter cans. Each you're selling me, BierCompany, for £5, and I can pick them up for under £2 in other places. It makes me think, why should I recommend you to anyone else? Why should I do you any favours? Yeah, okay, you've kind of curated a box, but have you really? We'll come to that later on. There have been things in my mind to say perhaps you haven't and you've chucked it all together without a thought. The only thing that I quite like is the actual tree itself is quite cool. That is, unless you try to open the actual doors, then they all fall open. But as a kind of room, whoops, as a focal point to the room, it does actually look quite good. You need to put it up against something because otherwise it will fall over. It cannot freestand, especially if you've got small children or animals. They will just knock it over. Beer wise, not too bad. Seven Brothers. I think this is a fine beer. Yes, and I'll be happy to buy it from anyone apart from the beer company. Tesco's, you will definitely get my business. Beer company, you won't get my business for this particular beer because you've put a huge markup on it. If it was a couple of quid for postage, not a problem, but 3 times the price, absolutely unforgivable. Anyway, this has been, where are we? Day 21. So we're almost at the end. For the Advent box from BierCompany, there's 4 days to go because they have actually got a Christmas Day beer in there as well. But every other Advent box finishes on Saturday. Guys, this has been Unclejona. If you've liked this review, and I have had some beers today, so I apologise about the colourful language, especially in this review. But thanks for sticking with me until the end. If you have liked this and you want to see more, click like, click subscribe, flick that bell, flick my bell end, and then what will happen is it will tell you when I do some uploads. But I upload every day, so if you want to come back for more beer reviews, you know where to come. Take care until tomorrow. Cheers and beers.